Hello, I am Eli G. Brown, Sonic Jr. and Sarah, and here is another Wooden Railway Thomas review on some characters. Now today, I'm going to go over, for this video, I'm going to go over Diesel, Arry, Bert, Boco, Daisy, and Darren. They're all in a line off screen. Well, the other ones are, because right now I have Diesel right here. So I'm going to go over these pretty quickly to make sure that I don't eat up any time. I'm probably already eating up time at this point, so I'm just going to go in and do the review. Okay, so this version of Diesel is basically the 2012/2013 version. The version that was made after Thomas Wooden Railway was given the rights to TOMY, no longer to Learning Curve. I chose this edition of Diesel because he has a very smiley face, while the Diesel from the 2002 era kind of had an angry face. I'm pretty sure that having an angry face probably would have made more sense for Diesel, but, you know, Diesel has to have his good side and all, even though he had told lies about Duck, which is totally unforgivable, and I should know. Okay, anyway, I did also get the 90s version of Diesel a very long time ago. One of the first ones that I got, but I'm not going to show that one. I may modify it into a new character, not sure which one. I don't know of any characters that I could modify him into, but for now I'm just going to leave him on my shelf, just not do anything with him, just leave him there until I can come up with something to do with him. Okay, so this version of Diesel has a smiley face, kind of like the type of face that he would give when he is not causing trouble to the steam engines, and he has a lot of detail on him. A lot more detail than the original version of Diesel had. Probably has just as much detail as the 2002 edition of Diesel did. And he has some bigger magnets, well, a bit longer magnets than the 2002 edition trains had, and the 90s trains had as well. Like with all the characters these days, he has his name underneath him, and well, there really isn't much more to talk about with this character. He's a Class 08 character. Basically, in real life, Class 08s just do shunting work, but Diesel does a lot more than just shunt, though he has, on TV, run a lot faster than his class would in real life. I don't know how far Class 08 Diesels can run in real life, but I'm pretty sure that in the TV series, Diesel, along with some other characters of the same class, have gone a lot faster than they're supposed to. Well, I think I've covered Diesel there. Now I'm going to go over Arry and Bert. Now, Arry and Bert are not as bad as Diesel, and by bad I mean troublesome. Concerning looks for these characters, they look fine. Probably as good as any of the other characters would be, well, most of them anyway. Now, Arry and Bert are troublesome Diesel twin engines that work at the smelter's yard, though the sides of them say Sodor Ironworks. Now, unlike most twin engines, they don't have their name on the sideboards of them, but there are a couple of things to differentiate between these two. First of all, you may notice those dots on Bert. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be called or anything. Pretty sure somebody will post a comment saying exactly what that's supposed to be, but I have no idea. So that pretty much is the only thing that makes these two different. Now, another thing to note is that in a lot of merchandise that feature these characters, they are referred to as Iron Arry and Iron Bert. Okay? Now, They are both kind of grayish, greenish gray, or grayish green, or greenish black, or whatever. And they both have these yellow and black stripes on the fronts, and they also have yellow cabs. And that pretty much covers these two. So now put them out of the way and bring in Boco. Now pretty obviously, they have not released a new version of Boco. This is Boco from the 90s series, and they haven't made a new version of Boco yet. Basically, since we haven't seen Boco in the television series since the 5th season, but we can all hope that he'll come back soon. I did him on my top 10 characters from the show that I missed and want to come back. And some characters on that list actually did come back, like Duck and Bill and Ben. But when will the others come back? Hard to say. Now this, of course, is at least about 15 years old. I got this Boco with my James Goes Buzz Buzz wooden railway set, the type of set that features a special version of James that has a red nose, and also includes the VHS of the story. You know, like, I don't know how many of you have gotten the wooden railway James Goes Buzz Buzz set, but at the time, I think I recall that Boco was exclusive to that set. I don't know if Boco had been released by himself earlier than that. He hasn't been released by himself since then. But he's still a cool-looking character. Really hope that he comes back to the television series pretty soon, because he has been gone for about 12 seasons now. Okay, so... oh, there is one more thing. You will also notice that he has D5702 on his side. Not quite sure what that's supposed to be. I'm sure somebody will post a comment saying exactly what that's supposed to mean. But, enough about that. Let's bring in the next character, and that character would be Daisy. Now, Daisy was the very first female character to appear on the show. Well, that is, if you don't count Lady At or Annie or Claire. Well, she's the first engine to appear on the show. She was introduced in Season 2 in the episode of the same name. And, well, she's a diesel rail car that features these windows right here. Well, she's kind of like a movable railway coach. You know, like most railway coaches need another engine to pull them. Daisy is a coach that does not need to be pulled. She can move on her own. Isn't that quite interesting? A diesel and a coach combined into one. Now this was a limited edition version of Daisy that came out in, was it 2007? This is obviously not the 90s version of Daisy. I never got the 90s version of Daisy. And I'm pretty glad too, because this one is a lot better than the 90s version. And I really don't have much more to say about this character, so now let's go on to the last one for the video. And that would be Derek. Now, of course, Derek was not named in the episode that he appeared in. According to some online sources, I think he was originally going to be called Paxman, though for some reason they decided to leave that out. I can't remember exactly what reason that they said, though I'm pretty sure that if you look it up on the Thomas the Tank Engine wiki, you should be able to find out the exact reason for that. So, I think it was at the time that he was released in merchandise that he got his name. I really don't know why they just decided to refer him as the new Diesel in the episode. I mean, why didn't they just call him Derek, like he is named? Though I'm pretty sure that if Michael Brandon had re-narrated 5th season episodes, that maybe if he re-narrated Double Teething Troubles, he probably would refer to Derek by name. of course, neither Alec Baldwin or Michelangelos referred to him by name. He was just called the New Diesel. Now, I think there was a 90s version of Derek, but something that makes this version of Derek, this is the limited edition version of Derek that came out in 2007, at the same time Daisy, the one that you just saw, came out. I actually got them at the same time. Is that Derek actually has this thing where his engine can pop out in the back. I'm not sure if the first version of this character had that, but this one does. And, of course, a sad thing is that Derek has not appeared in any episodes since Season 5, though he had made a cameo appearance in Calling All Engines, and that's about it. We haven't seen him again since then. Of course, Derek is not a character that I miss as much as Oliver or Donald or Douglas or Duncan right now, but he's still a character that probably should come back to the show. Not one of my top 10, but still a character that should, at some point in time, come back to the show. So that's about it for this one. Be sure to sign the petitions that will appear after this video. I'll put links to them. And be sure to look out for more videos to come from me. And I'll talk to you again later.